more and more Republicans are looking at how the 2018 elections are shaping up, and deciding they want no part of them. Last week, Rep. Frank Lobiondo RNJ, Representative Ted Poe Texas, and Representative Bob Goodlatte RVA all announced they would retire from Congress rather than run for re-election. This makes 12 House Republicans and 2 senators who are calling it quits, not counting several more who are stepping down to run for another political office. So far, that number of GOP retirements isn't outside the historical norm. But reports have suggested that this is just the start, and that several more Republican House members, perhaps many more, will also soon announce they'll head for the exits. And revealingly, only 2 House Democrats and 0 Democratic senators have so far made the same choice. That's a dramatic discrepancy. Though the explanations offered for these decisions differ, and some of these GOP-held seats are in no real danger of flipping to Democrats, these retirements are revealing how members of Congress currently view the national political environment. They think there's a real possibility of a Democratic wave. But the trend is more meaningful even than that. Those very retirements could help make such a wave even bigger, because it's generally easier for the opposition party to flip open seats than it is to knock off incumbents. More Republicans than Democrats are choosing to head for the exits and trying to read tea leaves from U.S. House retirements. It's useful to separate out the members who are exiting politics altogether for the time being from those who are just leaving the House to run for another political office. The 14 retiring Republicans who haven't announced plans to run for another office are Senator Bob Corker RTN, Senator Jeff Flake ROS, Representative Elena Ros-Lehtinen RFL, Representative Dave Reichert RWA, Representative Dave Trott RME, Rep. Frank Lobiondo RNJ, Representative Charlie Dent RPA, Representative Ted Poe Texas, Representative Lamar Smith Texas, Representative Sam Johnson Texas, Representative Lynn Jenkins RKS, Representative Bob Goodlatte RVA, Representative Jeb Hensarling Texas, and Representative Jimmy Duncan RTN. There are also a few others who have quit or plan to quit in the middle of their term, but their seats will already be filled by replacements from special elections by the time November 2018 rolls around. These are former Reps. Jason Chaffetz RUT and Tim Murphy RPA, the latter of whom resigned due to scandal. Representative Pat Tiberi RO also plans to step down by the end of January. So far, that number is still pretty normal historically, as you can see over at 538. It's well below the 27 GOP incumbents who retired toward the end of George W. Bush's presidency in 2008, or the 21 who retired in the midst of the Watergate scandal in 1974. Or even the 20 Republicans who retired in fear of a Trump blowout defeat in 2016. But of course, it's only November 2017, and there are still many more months for this cycle's number of retirements to rise. Furthermore, what's already not normal is the discrepancy between the parties. So far, all of the Democratic senators up in 2018 are running for re-election. And only 2 Democratic House members, Representative Nikki Tsongas RMA and Representative Carol Shea Porter RNH, are retiring and not running for another office. According to 538's numbers, the only time in the past 40 years there's ended up being a bigger partisan discrepancy in this stat was 2008, which turned out to be a Democratic wave year. Why Republicans are retiring. The discrepancy in retirements between the two parties suggests that many Republicans fear a backlash against their party due to President Donald Trump's poor approval rating. And that fear will only be exacerbated by sweeping Democratic victories in Virginia's recent elections. It's not the case that every Republican retiring personally fears losing re-election, or that all of these retirements open up promising pickup opportunities for Democrats. Several retirees are in safe red districts and face little danger. A few have explained their decision with term limits for committee or subcommittee chairmanships they currently hold. Some may just be getting old and ready to pack it in. But the national political environment can still be one important factor among many weighing on their decisions. For instance, even some GOP incumbents in no danger of losing may not feel like sticking around if they think their party may be soon fall into the minority. Others, like Lobiondo, a longtime New Jersey Congress member first elected in 1994, or Reichert, a Washington Congress member who's managed to win several times in his Democrat-leaning district, would be the favorites to win if they ran again. But they haven't faced tough re-election challenges in years, and may simply be reluctant to face a difficult, grueling race with an uncertain outcome. These retirements help Democratic challengers because open seats are more likely to flip, but these retirements aren't on